Chosen ones, have you ever felt like you're walking this journey alone? Like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, and you don't have anyone who truly understands your struggles? Well, let me tell you something. Your isolation is not a sign of weakness, but of your divine calling. You're not alone because you're being prepared for something greater than you can imagine. Stay tuned because you're about to understand why your solitude is part of God's plan for your life. It's a feeling that many chosen ones experience, yet few truly understand. The loneliness, the silence, and the sense that no one truly gets you. You look around, and it seems like everyone else is connected. Friends, family, people who seem to be living the life you've always dreamed of. And then there's you, standing apart, feeling like an outsider. But here's the truth. You are not alone because you are being forgotten. You're alone because you are set apart. Your life has been specifically chosen to follow a higher path, a path that demands you go through challenges and growth that others may not even begin to comprehend. This loneliness is a divine preparation. It's not a punishment. It's a blessing in disguise. You see, chosen ones are meant to walk a path that is often different from the world's standards. You may feel isolated because you are not conforming to the patterns of society, but it's exactly this separation that is shaping you into the person you are meant to be. It's in this solitude that you will discover your true strength, your purpose, and your potential. The first thing you must understand is that loneliness isn't always a physical state. You might be surrounded by people, yet still feel emotionally or spiritually isolated. That's because there's a deeper call on your life, a call that requires you to step away from the noise of the world and listen to the voice of God within you. This isolation may seem uncomfortable at first. It's not easy to feel disconnected, especially when everyone around you seems to have their lives together. But in this space, God is refining you. He is breaking off old patterns, healing wounds, and preparing you for what's coming. The truth is, the more God elevates you, the fewer people you'll find who truly understand the journey you're on. The Bible tells us that many are called, but few are chosen. The reason you're chosen is because you have a higher purpose, and that purpose requires special preparation. It's in the silence, the solitude, and even the moments of pain that you will receive the clarity you need to fulfill that purpose. So, while the world may see your loneliness as a curse, God is using it as a blessing to mold you into the person you were always meant to be. So, what should you do with this loneliness? How do you handle the emotional weight that comes with being set apart? The answer lies in shifting your perspective. Instead of seeing your isolation as a burden, see it as a divine opportunity. This is your time to focus on your relationship with God. It's in the quiet moments that He speaks the loudest. It's when you are alone that you can hear His voice clearly, guiding you toward your destiny. The people around you may not understand your struggles, but God sees you. He knows your heart, your desires, and the unique path He has laid out for you. Being alone isn't about being abandoned. It's about being chosen. When the world tries to pull you into its distractions, God calls you into deeper connection with Him. It's during these times of solitude that you will discover your true self, the self that is not influenced by the opinions of others or by society's standards. This is where your strength lies, in your ability to stand firm in your identity as a chosen one, even when the world around you is trying to tell you that you don't fit in. As a chosen one, you are on a path that many will never understand, and that's okay. Not everyone is meant to walk the same road. God has a unique plan for your life, and that plan doesn't require you to follow the crowd. In fact, it's often the opposite. The more you align with God's will, the less you will fit in with the world around you. This is why many chosen ones feel a sense of loneliness. They're walking a road that few others are walking, and as a result, they often find themselves isolated. But this isolation isn't a sign that you're doing something wrong. It's a sign that you are doing something right. You are being led by the Spirit, and that path is not one that everyone is called to walk. You may encounter people along the way who don't understand your journey. They may criticize you, question your choices, or try to pull you back into the familiar. But remember this, God's plan for your life is greater than anyone's opinion of you. Your calling is not defined by the people who surround you, but by the God who created you. You might be wondering why it has to be this way. Why must you walk this path alone? Why can't you share your vision, your dreams, and your struggles with others who would understand? The answer lies in your purpose. Chosen ones are not just here to exist. They are here to make an impact, to change the world around them, and to walk in their God-given destiny. That's not a journey for the faint of heart, and it's certainly not a journey for those who rely solely on the approval of others. In the quiet moments of solitude, you'll find that God is preparing you for something bigger. You may not see it now, but every experience of loneliness is a lesson in strength, resilience, and self-reliance. God is teaching you how to rely on Him and Him alone. You're learning to trust in His timing, His will, and His divine purpose for your life. The people around you may never understand the depth of your calling. They may see you as distant or disconnected, but what they don't realize is that you're not pushing them away. You're pulling closer to God. The deeper you go in your relationship with God, the more you realize that He is everything you need. The loneliness is simply a reflection of the fact that you're being set apart for a higher purpose. Many chosen ones face moments of doubt. It's natural to question why things aren't working out the way you hoped, or why you can't seem to find your tribe, your support system. But it's in these moments that you must remember, God's plan is always greater than our own understanding. What seems like a setback is often a setup for something far more significant. Your journey may be lonely now, but it's leading to something incredible. When you are chosen, the world doesn't always recognize your value, but God does. And that's the only validation you need. It's easy to feel discouraged when you're surrounded by people who don't understand or appreciate your purpose. But you must remember that your worth is not defined by the opinions of others. Your worth is defined by your Creator, and He has called you to something extraordinary. There will be moments when you feel completely disconnected from everyone around you. You may feel like an outsider, even in your own family or community. But those feelings of disconnection are not a reflection of who you are. They are a sign of where you're going. God is preparing you for a greater mission, one that will require your full attention, your unwavering faith, and your willingness to stand apart from the crowd. The world may want to pull you into its distractions, to force you to fit into its mold, but you are called to rise above that. You are called to walk a path that is uniquely yours, a path that may not always be easy, but one that will lead you to your divine purpose. This is why many chosen ones feel lonely. They are being prepared for a higher calling that requires them to stand strong in their identity, regardless of what others may say or do. As you continue on this journey, you will find that the loneliness becomes less of a burden and more of a blessing. It is in these moments of solitude that you will grow the most. You will learn to rely on God's strength, to trust in His plan, and to find peace in His presence. The people around you may never fully understand your calling, but that's okay. God understands. He sees you, He knows you, and He is with you every step of the way. The loneliness that you feel is not a punishment. It's part of your divine training. It's part of your preparation for the greater things that God has in store for you. And though it may be difficult at times, know that this season of solitude is temporary. The day will come when your purpose will be revealed, and when you will connect with the people who truly align with your mission. Until then, trust the process and trust that God is always with you. You were never meant to walk this path alone forever. There is a community waiting for you, people who will support you, encourage you, and walk alongside you as you fulfill your purpose. But first, you must go through this season of preparation. You must learn to trust God fully, to rely on His strength, and to stand firm in your identity as a chosen one. This time of solitude is essential to your growth. It's a time for you to reflect, to connect with God, and to become the person you were always meant to be. And when the time is right, God will bring the right people into your life. You will no longer feel alone. You will find your tribe, the people who understand you, who support you, and who are walking the same path as you. But until that day comes, Trust that God is working in the background. He is refining you, preparing you, and making you ready for the incredible things He has in store. As you continue to walk this solitary path, you might start to wonder, why does it have to be so difficult? Why does God allow me to face this struggle alone? But remember, the journey of a chosen one is never easy. It was never meant to be easy. If it were, you would not grow the way you are meant to. Every challenge you face, every trial you endure, is shaping you into the person you need to be to fulfill your purpose. The struggle is real, and the loneliness feels unbearable at times, but it's during these moments that you are being transformed. God is chiseling away everything that isn't serving your higher purpose. Every piece of your character, your mindset, your spirit is being refined, like gold in a furnace. The trials you face are not obstacles. They are divine appointments meant to prepare you for the greatness that is coming. You were chosen because you possess a unique strength that may not be visible to the world yet, but it's there, deep within you. You might feel like you're walking through a desert, but the truth is, God is watering the seeds of your purpose during this time of solitude. You may not see the fruits of your labor now, but trust that the harvest is coming. It's tempting to compare your journey to others, to look at the people around you and wonder why they seem to have it easier. You might see them surrounded by friends, family, and support, and feel like you're the only one who is walking this difficult path. But comparing yourself to others only distracts you from the unique purpose God has given you. You are not meant to walk the same path as anyone else. Your journey is unique, and it will require a level of focus and dedication that others may not understand. God knows what you're capable of, even when you don't. He knows the strength you have within you, and He knows that this season of loneliness is building something incredible inside you. You may not feel strong now, but you will be. And when the time comes, you will look back at these moments and understand why they were necessary. It's important to recognize that while you may feel alone, you are never truly alone. God is with you, guiding you, and protecting you. He is preparing you for something greater than you can imagine. It's easy to forget this truth when everything around you seems quiet, still, and unchanging. But remember, even in the stillness, God is at work. He is molding you into the person who will rise above the trials and accomplish great things. In this season of solitude, God is also teaching you to trust. Trust in His plan, even when it doesn't make sense. Trust that He knows what's best for you, even when you feel lost or uncertain. The more you trust, the more peace you will experience, even in the midst of challenges. This peace doesn't come from the absence of struggle. It comes from knowing that God is in control and He will never leave you. The loneliness you feel is not a sign of rejection. It's a sign of divine preparation. God is setting you apart, just as He did with so many others throughout history. The great leaders, the prophets, the visionaries, they all had to walk through seasons of isolation before they could rise to their full potential. Your time is coming, and this loneliness is part of the process that will lead you to your purpose. But during this time, it's important to stay connected to God. Lean into Him, seek His guidance, and pour your heart out to Him. He understands your pain, your frustration, and your loneliness. And in His presence, you will find strength, comfort, and the clarity you need to continue on your path. One of the most powerful things you can do in this season is to embrace the silence. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by the noise of the world, but in the silence, you can hear God's voice more clearly. Take time each day to connect with Him, whether it's through prayer, meditation, or simply sitting in His presence. It's in these quiet moments that God will speak to you, reveal His plans for you, and give you the strength to keep going. As you move forward on this journey, trust that the loneliness is not permanent. It's a phase, a necessary step in your transformation. Soon, you will find your community. The people who are meant to walk with you will appear, and you will experience a deep connection with those who understand your purpose and support your mission. Until that day comes, keep pressing forward. Keep trusting, keep praying, and keep believing that God is preparing you for something extraordinary. Your purpose is unfolding, and every step you take, no matter how lonely it may feel, is bringing you closer to the life you were always meant to live. The journey of the chosen one is one of transformation, and with transformation comes a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you. The solitude you feel is not a punishment. It's a preparation for what is to come. When you're alone, you are forced to confront yourself, your fears, your desires, your doubts, and your strengths. This is a crucial part of your growth because, in order to rise, you must first understand who you truly are. Being alone allows you to tap into your own strength. It forces you to rely on yourself and, more importantly, on God. The people around you may not always be able to understand your journey. They may try to offer advice or even push you to take certain paths, but in your solitude, you are learning to hear only one voice, the voice of God. And that is the voice that matters the most. In this solitude, you're not just becoming strong in your own ability. You're becoming strong in your faith. Each day that you endure the silence, each moment you walk through without the comfort of others, you are building a stronger connection with God. You are learning to rely on Him for everything. It is in these moments of isolation that you learn to trust His timing, His plans, and His will. And as you do, you begin to see things more clearly. What once seemed like a struggle begins to feel like preparation. You might wonder, why do I have to go through this? Why me? Why this path? The truth is that not everyone is chosen to walk this path. It's not easy, and it's not glamorous. But this journey will make you stronger, more compassionate, and more capable of fulfilling your purpose. God is refining you, preparing you for something extraordinary. And though it may feel lonely now, know that the reward is worth the wait. In your isolation, you are being taught the power of patience. You're learning to wait on God's timing, not your own. It's easy to become frustrated when things don't happen as quickly as you want them to. But in these moments, God is teaching you to trust that He knows the perfect time for everything. And in His time, everything will fall into place. It's also important to remember that during this time of loneliness, God is not only preparing you, but He is also protecting you. There may be people or situations that you think you need, but in this season of solitude, God is keeping you away from distractions that could hinder your growth. He is isolating you so that you can become the person you were always meant to be. The distractions of the world, the opinions of others, the noise, it all fades away when you are alone with God. And in that space, He can mold you into a stronger, more focused individual. While it's true that loneliness can feel heavy, it's also important to remember that you are not alone in the sense that God has abandoned you. No, He is very near to you, and His presence is with you even when you can't see or feel it. It's just that He is working in a way that doesn't always align with our human understanding of time and presence. Sometimes, God allows us to be alone so that we can come face to face with our own insecurities, our own weaknesses, and our own fears. It's only when we face these things head-on that we can truly rise above them. You may also notice that the more you grow in your solitude, the more you begin to attract the right kind of people into your life. As you become clearer on your purpose and more aligned with God's will, the right individuals will be drawn to you. These are the people who will support you, uplift you, and understand your journey. But this can only happen once you've gone through this season of solitude. You must first learn to be comfortable in your own company, to understand your worth and your purpose, before you can attract the right people into your life. The reality is that being chosen comes with a responsibility. You were chosen because you are strong enough to carry that responsibility, even if it doesn't always feel that way. The world may not always see your struggle, but God does, and He is equipping you, piece by piece, to handle the greatness that He has prepared for you. So, when you feel the weight of loneliness, remind yourself that it's not in vain. It's a sacred time that is preparing you for what lies ahead. Embrace it, trust it, and when the right time comes, you will rise. You will step into the person you were always meant to be, and you will understand that this journey of solitude was the most important part of your growth. As you continue on your journey, The weight of solitude might become heavier at times, but this weight is not meant to crush you. Instead, it is meant to refine you. You are being shaped into something greater, something beyond your current understanding. The challenges you face, the loneliness you experience, and the doubts that arise are all part of the process that prepares you for your purpose. Without these experiences, you would not have the strength, the resilience, or the character needed to fulfill the calling God has placed upon your life. You see, the chosen one does not just walk through life without challenges. In fact, the more significant the calling, the more difficult the journey. But this difficulty is not a sign that you are on the wrong path. It is confirmation that you are exactly where you need to be. The obstacles you face are designed to build your spiritual muscles, strengthen your resolve, and help you grow into the person who can handle the abundance that God is preparing for you. Many people go through life avoiding discomfort, but for you, discomfort is where transformation happens. When you are alone, you have the space to confront the parts of yourself that need healing. It is in your solitude that you find clarity. Without the distractions of the world or the influence of others, you are free to hear the whispers of God's guidance. It's in these quiet moments that you will discover the wisdom that you need for the next phase of your journey. But as you grow stronger in your solitude, you might start to notice something significant. Others may not understand your path. They may question your decisions, your faith, or your commitment. This can feel isolating, especially when people around you seem to be living in a way that appears more normal or more comfortable. But remember this: you were never called to follow the crowd. You were called to walk a path that is uniquely yours, a path that not everyone will understand. And that's okay. Your journey is not for everyone to comprehend. In these moments, it's important to ground yourself in the truth that you are not alone in spirit. God is walking with you, and the angels are surrounding you, even when you can't see them. Your power comes from being aligned with divine purpose, and no one can take that away from you. This is the beauty of being chosen. You may walk alone in this world, but spiritually, you are never truly alone. God's presence is always with you, guiding you, protecting you, and preparing you for what's ahead. But the process of walking alone also teaches you something else: how to stand strong in your own power. You don't need external validation to know that you are on the right path. The more you embrace your solitude, the more you realize that you are enough just as you are. You don't need approval from others because you have already been approved by God. This truth is liberating. It allows you to stand tall, unshaken by the opinions of the world around you. Your confidence is rooted in your connection with God, not in the fleeting approval of others. There will be moments when you feel tempted to fall back into old patterns or to seek comfort in the wrong places. The world will try to pull you away from your divine calling. People may encourage you to take the easy route, to follow the crowd, to give up on your dreams. But in those moments, remember the power of your solitude. It is in your alone time that you are being equipped to rise higher than you ever imagined. The reason you are called to be alone for a season is because God needs you to be laser-focused on your purpose. There are things He wants to teach you that can only be learned in solitude. He is strengthening your character, your patience, and your ability to trust His plan. Each day you spend in solitude, you are learning to trust God more deeply, to lean on Him more fully, and to believe in your own ability to rise above the challenges you face. The world may try to convince you that you are missing out, that you are somehow behind because you are walking this path alone, but nothing could be further from the truth. The journey of the chosen one is never about fitting in with the world. It's about rising above it. It's about becoming the person God has called you to be, regardless of what others think or say. As you continue to walk alone, you may find that you begin to see the world in a new light. You start to recognize your power, your worth, and your unique ability to make a difference. You begin to realize that the pain you have endured, the loneliness you have experienced, and the trials you have faced have all been necessary for your growth. They were the foundation upon which your strength is being built. And now you are ready for what comes next. The beauty of being chosen is that your story is not like everyone else's. Your path is different because you were called to do something extraordinary. And as you walk this path, you will find that the loneliness will begin to fade. The right people, the people who understand your purpose, will start to show up in your life. They will see your light, your strength, and your unwavering faith, and they will be drawn to you. But even as you attract these people, never forget the lessons you've learned in solitude. It is your alone time that has shaped you into the person you are becoming. It is your connection with God that has given you the strength to carry on. So embrace this season of solitude, for it is not just a time of isolation. It is a time of preparation. When the time comes for you to step into the fullness of your purpose, you will be ready. You will be a force to be reckoned with, someone who is unshaken by the opinions of others and firmly rooted in God's truth. You will rise, not because of the people around you, but because of the strength and wisdom that have been cultivated in your solitude. This journey, though lonely at times, is leading you to something greater than you ever imagined. Trust the process. Trust God's timing. And know that in the end, you will emerge stronger, wiser, and more powerful than you ever thought possible. As you continue on this journey, the understanding that being chosen often comes with a season of solitude becomes clearer. Many of the greatest leaders, prophets, and spiritual warriors throughout history have faced times of deep isolation. Yet in their solitude, they discovered their true calling and the depth of their strength. The period of loneliness you may feel right now is not a curse. It's a divine opportunity for transformation. You may wonder why this process is necessary. Why must you be alone to awaken to your divine purpose? The answer lies in the fact that only in solitude can you fully tune into the whispers of God's voice. In the noise of the world, it's easy to be distracted. But in the quiet of solitude, God's messages become clearer. You start to understand your path and the purpose you are meant to fulfill in a way that you never could if you were constantly surrounded by others. God is refining you in this time. He is strengthening your inner resolve, teaching you to trust Him more fully. Your dependency on external validation or approval is being broken down. This is a time where you are learning to stand strong in who you are, not because of what others think, but because of what you know to be true deep in your spirit. You are learning to trust in God's timing and His plan for your life. The journey of the chosen one is not for the faint of heart. You are being called to rise above the ordinary, to walk a path that others may not understand. And in this process, people may drift away from you. You may lose friendships, face misunderstandings, and even encounter criticism. But this is all part of your divine preparation. The people who are meant to walk with you in the next phase of your journey will find their way to you, and they will be in alignment with the new version of you, stronger, wiser, and more confident in your purpose. The loneliness you feel is not a reflection of your worth, but rather an invitation from the universe to dive deeper into your relationship with God. It is in these moments of solitude that your character is built. These are the moments where you strengthen your faith, your resilience, and your trust in God. You are being prepared for the incredible things that are about to manifest in your life. God is not isolating you to punish you. He is isolating you to prepare you. When you emerge from this period, you will not be the same person who entered it. You will be a person of purpose, power, and clarity. The trials you faced, the moments of doubt, the feelings of loneliness, they are all contributing to your transformation. They are shaping you into the person who will be able to handle the blessing that is coming your way. As you continue to walk this path, there will be moments when you feel like you can't go on. The weight of the isolation may become too heavy, and you may question why things are taking so long. But remember, nothing worth having comes easy. The journey of the chosen one is one of preparation, and preparation takes time. What God is building in you cannot be rushed. Trust the process. When you emerge from this period of solitude, you will have a deeper understanding of who you are and what you are capable of. You will have a strength that others will not understand, a strength that comes from your deep connection with God and the lessons learned during your time of isolation. You will be ready for what's to come. And when you finally step into the fullness of your purpose, you will not only rise, but you will shine. The world will see the light that has been cultivated in the darkness. The power that was forged in your solitude will be evident to all. And those who once doubted you will see the incredible transformation that has taken place. You are not alone in this process. Even in the moments when you feel abandoned, remember that God is with you. He has never left your side. This season of solitude is temporary, and it is leading you to something greater than you ever imagined. So continue to trust the process. Continue to trust in God's timing, and know that your breakthrough is closer than you think. You are the chosen one, and this journey, though lonely at times, is taking you to your destiny. Stay faithful, stay strong, and stay focused. The world needs the person you are becoming, and you are being prepared to rise higher than ever before. As you approach the end of this journey, take a moment to reflect on the growth and transformation you've experienced. You've walked through the fire of loneliness, faced the darkness, and yet you are still standing. You have proven to yourself that you are stronger than you ever imagined. The chosen ones are not easily shaken, for they know that every challenge is a stepping stone to their divine purpose. The people who have come and gone from your life were never meant to stay forever. Some were sent to teach you lessons, others to guide you, and some to help you discover the depths of your strength. The ones who are meant to walk with you in the next chapter will be different. They will align with the person you've become, not the person you once were. They will recognize the divine power in you and will be there to support you as you fulfill your purpose. The isolation you've felt has allowed you to find your true self. It has given you the space to discover your inner power, to connect with God in ways that others may never understand. While the world may have looked at your solitude as a curse, you now see it as a blessing. It was in the silence that your true power awakened. It was in the stillness that you found your voice, and it is through your trials that your light shines brighter than ever. You are now ready to step into your divine purpose, stronger, wiser, and more focused than ever before. The world needs the energy and wisdom you have cultivated during this time of isolation. People will be drawn to you, not for who you used to be, but for who you are becoming. The chosen ones have been prepared to lead, to inspire, and to create change in ways that others cannot even fathom. Your purpose is not just about you. It is about the impact you will have on others, the lives you will touch, and the legacy you will leave. There will be moments when you feel tempted to look back, to doubt the journey, and to wonder if it's all worth it. But remember, the path of the chosen one is not easy. It is a path of growth, of challenges, and of victory. You are destined for greatness, and the struggles you faced along the way have only made you stronger. You are equipped with everything you need to succeed, and God has already laid out the path for you. Trust in the journey, trust in the process, and trust in yourself. The world is waiting for the person you are becoming, and the time for your rise is now. The spiritual war that you've been fighting is coming to an end, and you are emerging victorious. The lessons you've learned, the strength you've gained, and the wisdom you've acquired will be the foundation of the incredible things that are about to unfold in your life. You may still face challenges ahead, but now you are ready. You are no longer the person who walked into this period of isolation. You have been transformed. You have been refined. And now you are ready to step into your divine destiny. Remember, the chosen ones are never truly alone. Even in your moments of solitude, God was with you, guiding you, and preparing you for the next chapter of your life. The road ahead may not always be easy, but it will always be worth it. You are stronger than you think, and you are ready for the greatness that lies ahead. Embrace the journey, for it is leading you to something greater than you could have ever imagined. The time has come for you to rise, and the world will soon see the power and purpose that God has placed within you. You are the chosen one, and your time is now. Your rise is inevitable. Stay faithful, stay focused, and trust in the divine plan that is unfolding in your life. You are not just walking into your destiny. You are stepping into the greatness that was always meant for you. Keep moving forward, and know that the best is yet to come.